heartthrob, movie star, singer and poster boy of Korean pop culture, which has burst onto the global stage in recent years. Jang Dong-gun creates widespread hysteria when he ventures out into the public in his native South Korea. Beginning his career as a model after winning a talent competition, he moved into soap operas, a Korean cultural institution. In 2000, he starred in gangster movie Friend, which dramatically changed his public image. He won critical acclaim as a high school student who falls into crime, and it became the highest ever grossing Korean film at the time. It also paved the way for his largest blockbuster to date, the war movie Taegukgi, which charted the lives of two brothers against the backdrop of the conflict between North and South Korea. The film was an international smash, breaking the country's box office records and scooping regional awards. This year, Jang Dong-gun makes his Hollywood debut in Laundry Warrior, to be made by the producer of Lord of the Rings. We meet at a bar in an upscale neighborhood in Seoul. So, before we get into your career to date, I understand that you're about to make your Hollywood debut, even though you are this country's biggest star. Surely the idea of going global must be a little bit scary.
There are
some people who seem to easily regard me as a kind of sports star representing the country, rather than as an actor. But I feel more grateful than frightened or somehow responsible, since I'm working on my own and not as a representative of the country, someone about to go into battle with another country. But sure, I do have cautions or slight worries that I might create some sort of stereotype of Korean actors in this new market or territory.
Now, you recently found yourself on the cover of Time magazine. You're the first Korean actor to do so. How much did that mean to you?
Sure, I felt very happy and proud of being on the cover of such a global and widely read news magazine. I've also questioned myself whether I'm actually worth all the fuss. On the other hand, I'd be grateful if you happened to know and could kindly tell me how many copies were actually sold, as I'm quite curious about it.
Things really started to take off for you in 2000 when you had a starring role in the movie Friend, which at the time was the highest grossing Korean film ever.
그랬어. 나도 아버지처럼 평생 죽은 놈 몸이나 닦아라 그 말인겨. 이리 와. 언제 너보고 자문사대에 물리보라고 그랬냐? 내가 뭔데 내 평생 해온 일을. 알았어. 그럼 고마 죽을 때까지 당신 곡소리나 들으면서.
What was it like being a part of something so huge?
사실 그 영화를 처음 선택해서 촬영을 하고 촬영을 끝.
When I first chose the film, even after we'd filmed the entire movie, no one really expected, I certainly didn't expect, nor did any of the actors expect that it would be so well received.
참여했던 배우들도 그랬고 감독님도 그랬고 사실 그때 그 친구라는 영화를 선택.
My intention for the film was to show a different side of myself. I actually believed that it was more of an artistic film in that sense.
보여주고 싶었던 의도였었고.
But because it became so popular at the time, I somehow think that the popularity may have, in a sense, undermined the true artistic value that the movie might actually have.
작품성은 오히려 좀 덜 평가를 받지 않았나 하는 상대적인 좀 아쉬움도 좀 남아 있고요.
That movie, though, paved the way for your starring role in Taegukgi about the Korean War, which again smashed all known box office records.
뒤에 숨는다고 살고 나서서 죽는다면 형 그냥 가만히 있을게. 형이 선택한 일이야. 말도 안 돼. 형이야 죽든 말든 지켜만 보라고. 형 안 죽어 임마. 너 살려서 집에 보내야지. 가자. 형. 나도 우리 형제한테 행운이 따라서.
Tell us about your experiences of that film.
그 영화가 이제 한국 전쟁을 소재로 다룬 영화였었고.
The theme of the movie is the Korean War. The Korean War was one of the most significant historical events in modern Korean history.
그 시점에서 분명히 한 번 정도는
I think that its significance is something that could be well expressed and presented in a film.
그래서 개인적으로는
Personally, my role in the film was quite appealing to me, and I was quite keen on doing it.
역할이었지만 또 그 제 할아버지
And my grandfather's birthplace is in North Korea, and I had heard many stories about the Korean War as a child when I was growing up.
자라면서 들으면서 자랐어요. 그래서
Throughout 1 year of filming, I was able to closely understand and to know more about the war itself. And I was also very glad to see that because of the popularity of the film, the younger generation, who are probably not that familiar with history itself, will probably be able to experience more and get more familiar with the topic.
전쟁에 대해서 한국 전쟁이라는 것이
I'm quite glad that I was able to provide such an opportunity by taking part in the movie.
다시 한번 전쟁이라는 것에 대해서 생각해 볼 수 있는 계기를 줬던 영화가 아니었을까라고 생각을 해보게 됩니다.
Your work has turned you into a huge celebrity, not only in South Korea, but also in China and Vietnam and Mexico, of all places. How does fame sit with you? How do you handle it?
그런데 이제 그런 것들이 이제 사실 실생활에서는
I can't really say my fame influences me much in my everyday life.
실생활과 밀접하게 항상 저의 생활.
I'm definitely very grateful to all of my fans for they support me despite culture and language barriers.
일단 감사한 마음이 많이 들고 언어와 문화가 다른
A person doesn't just happen to like and support an actor in a film by random. I personally think this might be something close to what love is. And so I always think about ways I can show my gratitude back to them.
생각을 해서 항상 그분들에게 보답할 수 있는 것들이 어떤 것들인가 생각을 하게 되고
The best way is probably to be true to my job and my role as a good actor. They give me a great deal of strength and encourage me to perform better.
그러니까 그런 분들이 저에게 있어서는 굉장히 자극이 되기도 하고 더 잘할 수 있는 어떤 힘을 주시기도 하고 그렇습니다.
You certainly have a very ardent fan base. It must feel a bit weird, though, I mean, knowing that all these people turn up every year from all over the place on your birthday to celebrate with you and to sort of, mark it as some sort of international occasion.
감사합니다. 아리가또. 이제 요즘에는 이제 1년에 한 번씩 팬들과 이제 직접적으로 스크린을 통해서 이제 제가 연기하는 모습.
Once every year, if I'd shown myself as an actor on the screen, I think that birthday meeting would be an opportunity for me to show myself as a human being to my fans.
현재로서는 유일한 자리인 것 같아요. 1년에 한 번씩 저의 생일날 팬들을 모셔놓고 무언가 할 수 있다는 것이.
The birthday meeting has a lot of meaning and significance to me. And I think it's the only outlet that I can express my gratitude to my fans directly. For the time being, I plan on continuing those meetings on my birthday.
앞으로도 이제 계속해서 그런 팬미팅 행사들을 생일을 빙자해서 계속 해나갈 예정이고요.
And it's a very nice feeling, not only seeing South Korean fans, but also fans from other countries. We can't really communicate in the same verbal language, but we're still able to share sentiments and feelings, and that makes me very happy.
서로 교감을 할 수 있다는 것이 너무 그 자리에 서 있을 때 행복하고요. 즐거운 자리예요.
You staged a one-man protest. What were you hoping to achieve?
At the time, I needed a lot of courage to stage that protest.